Got my baby back. Whew, I ain't seen her in forever. I'm excited. She dirty. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Ooh, ooh. So if you just stumbled onto this video because you were searching for something about LB7 or whatever made you land here, I'm glad you found us. But if you don't know, this truck blew up on me in Arkansas.
And the motor blew.
It just blew up.
While towing my camper, my rock crawler, and my family, we live in that. We travel full time. I shipped this truck from West Arkansas back to North Carolina specifically to deal with Pure Diesel for the repair because I trusted them. And it's because if you look around here, it's nothing but fleet trucks. I've dealt with Adam at Pure Diesel before. Good, honest dude. A lot of my friends have used him. We just have a consistent track record of Pure Diesel being a great place to deal with. They focus on fleet trucks mostly. Trucks that people got to turn and burn and get back, depend on to make money. That's the guy I want working on my truck. If you don't know why this truck was in the shop and everything, go back on the channel. Check this out here. That's the video that a lot of people really like, where we went through some crazy stuff and shoved my buggy in a U-Haul and drove 1,000 miles home. I got Rod, he brought me over here to get my truck. We're here at Pure Diesel. This is the owner, Adam. This is who fixed my truck. New motor, new injectors and everything. We're fixing to take the head off this thing and find out exactly what went wrong.
Well, the glow plug broke off on that side of the motor.
Oh, I see the clean piston. That's always the sign. Something was hitting the piston there. You think that's the tip of the glow plug?
I don't know if it's that or if it's actually the pieces of the piston as they're coming apart. But
oh, I see the actual hole there. I didn't see
that's
that.
how they always look. They always look just like that in the concave part of the piston.
And you said you had a theory that it's not the injector that takes the piston, it's the piston that takes the injector.
Everybody for the longest time said the injector has slowly been eating away at that piston, and then it shoots a hole through it and cracks the piston. But curiosity got me, and I pulled plenty of engines like this, and I would see some cracked pistons. The injectors hadn't ate a hole through them yet. Injector spray pattern on the piston looks fine. If you look at the spray pattern on any of these other pistons, it looks the exact same on the one that's cracked. So on cylinders like this, I've pulled injectors out and sent them to get bench tested, and the injectors test fine. Or they fail for a whole nother reason. They fail because they're not, they're not returning fuel correctly. They're wide open patterns, not what it should be. But I think the pistons crack first, then the injectors eat a hole through the crack. So I could be wrong, a lot of people will disagree, but I've multiple times tested injectors that are on a cylinder that looks like this, and the injectors test fine.
What would cause, I guess, the piston to go?
Pistons cracking on diesels are not uncommon. You don't see it as much on like the LB7s or LLYs. The 11 and up Duramaxes are common for cracking pistons. There's a hole in the piston, and it was always, oh, that's the injector's fault, that's the injector's fault. And like I said, I've tested plenty of them, and it's not been the injector's fault. You can see like where the piston cracked, and then you can see how long that, yes, that injector was eating right there, but that's where it sprays. So you can see each one of them. So yes, the injector did that hole, but I believe it got its way to start doing that hole by a piston cracking.
Yeah, you believe the crack was first.
Yeah.
And that's just because it was compromised, it eat away at that.
Exactly what you're saying makes a lot of sense to me, right? Looking at the injector spray pattern on that, because like you said, if it cracked first, it's going to be there, and that's why you don't see it over there on that right side, because it's not where that spray pattern is.
Well, and sometimes you'll see them, like the ones that don't eat completely through, you'll see the pistons crack, and it's cracked in between where the injectors are spraying. So you never get that hole all the way through. This one cracked exactly where one of the nozzles sprays.
I welcome your comments of disagreement.
And I'm not saying they're not right. That's just my opinion.
So that's the Jasper reman right there. Is that what went in it?
Yeah, that's what went in. This came off. This is the oil cooler off the new engine because we transferred your oil cooler over.
But this engine is a Jasper unit as well.
Whenever ago.
2015 when I called them.
Yeah, you're gonna have all types of opinions on Jasper as well.
Yeah, I've heard them.
But the reason we use them is I've never worked with a company that stands behind their product any better. No matter where you are, even if it's a misdiagnosis issue on a warranty claim, if you take it to a shop and they say it needs a motor, now they'll take that motor back. They may not pay your labor if you're wrong, but they'll warranty the motor for 3 years, 100,000 miles, no matter what. They don't usually care if it's self-inflicted, and I've never had them do it. They may balk at a warranty claim as far as the labor part, but they always warranty their product.
Finally got my old truck back and I couldn't be happier. But we're moving campsites today and we're fixing to get back out on the road. There's a lot going on my channel. It's a crazy adventure. Go check it out and see what you think, because there's so much more to come.
So I missed picking up the truck yesterday because work, somebody's got to fund this journey. But I am like so excited to have it back. It just felt like a piece of us was missing. So we're putting it to use the first day back, and we got to move campsites. So we'll see how it pulls.
I like your socks and slides.
That's right. I make my own fashion.
What is your, why are you most excited to have the truck back?
Just felt like a part of us was missing. We can haul the buggy ourselves now. We have all of our tools. It just feels part of this journey.
I feel like our setup is finally complete again because it just felt like there's a piece missing.
For sure.
Oh, and you're probably wondering if the truck feels like it has more power, and the answer is yes, within reason. The truck is big, heavy, and geared low. It takes 2,500 RPMs to run, 68, 70 miles an hour. I've only towed the camper one time with it, but it does feel better. It feels good. It feels roll the throttle. It just makes good boost. Maybe I just hadn't driven it in a while. I did go with a set of S&S upgraded injectors, and they're supposedly supposed to add about 30 more horsepower. I don't know how true that is, but I'm happy with the truck. It feels good to have it back. So there you have it, folks. Injector did put a hole in the motor, but was it the injector itself or the piston cracking first? You decide in the comments. Thanks for checking out this video. I'm going to see you next week.